One tag, 1 week, one shot to make it count. This is for the hunters who hit the road and get after it, no matter the odds. This is Drawn West. Welcome back to another Drawn West podcast brought to you by Go Hunt. Today is the annual Drawn West Christmas list edition. Semi-annual or annual, first annual, what's the right word for it? We did one last year for the Western Rookie podcast, and now this year we're doing it with the Drawn West podcast. But the point of today's episode is going to be helping each and every one of you, whether you struggle to shop for someone in your family because they're a hunter or a fisherman, outdoorsman or woman that's got everything that they could possibly want. And you're like, what do I get this person? We got a ton of ideas. Maybe you're going to a white elephant, a gift exchange, a dice game, and you're like, man, what should I bring that's not, basic? Got a bunch of ideas for you. Maybe you're someone like myself who struggles when family members say, hey, what's on your gift list? I don't know. I got a lot of stuff. I don't really know what I need. Ton of ideas for you there. And lastly, maybe you crushed it this year at work. Maybe you're getting a big bonus check. I got some ideas as well for like maybe things you could spend on yourself. Give yourself a Christmas present. Maybe you and your spouse combine. Maybe you and family members combine and do a larger gift that's maybe more meaningful, more of a lifetime thing. I got a couple of ideas as well for that too. So this is the hunting version we're going to drop today. We're also going to drop a fishing version, ice fishing specifically, because that season is coming up fast, especially for those of us in the ice belt. And I've got a bunch of great ideas. So that'll be in its own separate podcast. But today we're going to talk hunting things specifically. I've broken this down into a couple different buckets. We've got the stocking stuffers, the white elephant, the gift exchange, the small items bucket. We've got a bucket for medium-sized gift ideas, some things in the $50 to $100 range, roughly. We've got large gift ideas. Maybe your family's a large Christmas gifter family. And so we've got some ideas in that 100 to 200-ish range. And then we've got what I call the XL gift ideas. These are probably things if you're looking to maybe splurge on yourself, maybe you're looking to combine with people for a gift idea, but you're looking for something bigger and more meaningful. I've got some of my, tried and true items on that list as well. So we're going to dive into it. I will go through this list and I'll do my best to share what I'm talking about. I'll be transparent. A lot of the things on this list are pieces of gear that I have and that I trust. Some of the things on this list I don't have and I would love to, and that's why they're on the list. No matter what, I will show you what I'm talking about. I'll be sharing my screen. It's going to be web-based. I apologize. I know you all love to see it in hand. Me feeling it, touching it, looking, showing you guys. There's just too many items. I don't have enough space on my desk. We expanded the list this year. Last year, we probably had 15 items. This year, we're probably pushing closer to 30 ideas. We really want to just throw a bunch of crazy ideas out there. Things that aren't, a pack of hand warmers. We all could do that. Gift card. Like you don't need my help to pick a gift card. I'm trying to get you really good ideas, solid ideas, to really say something to the person you're giving a gift to that, hey, I thought about this and I thought about what you do, your passions, and these things could potentially really make a difference for you. So there's just too much space. Maybe in a future year, we'll get the podcast studio dialed up so that we could do a full, have all of these products in person. And most of, I just got back from Colorado, folks. All of these things that I do have are scattered throughout my basement, my truck, and my hunting room. And I just don't have time to put them all together. I got to go to Indiana later this week. So we're just going to run and gun with it. Like you said, like you heard on the whitetail episode, we've been getting big into run and gun hunting. This is going to be a run and gun Christmas list edition, but hopefully this helps you think of some ideas. And if you've got ideas that I missed, feel free to send those in. Brian at Get Drawn West. Comment on this podcast. Send us a DM. We love, love, love hearing that stuff from you guys. We love hearing from you at any time about any topic. If you want to reach out, send us an email. And of course, if you see anything on this list that you are excited about, you're interested in, you want to learn more about it, we've got all of the links to all of the things we're going to talk about down below in the show notes. So go click on those links to learn more and see if it's a good fit, either for you, someone on your list, a family member, as an idea for you, or maybe something you just want to buy for yourself. That's cool too. So if you like anything on the list, just go down in the show notes. We've got you covered with all of the links to all the things we're going to talk about. Let's dive in. Dive in. First off, here's a topic. Here's one that is for the archery hunters. We're going to start with the stocking stuffer, white elephant, smaller gift ideas. This is for the archery lovers out there. If you've got an archery shooter on your Christmas list, this is I would say, God tier white elephant gift stocking stuffer add-on. If you're like, I need something a little bit more, this one here is gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna share my screen here. The first one on the list, the top hat screw-in steel field points. You're thinking, man, that's kind of simple. If you got an archery shooter, they're probably not shooting these field points. They're probably shooting the Saunders bullet, some type of cheap field point. And if you've ever watched your husband, your wife, your dad, your brother, on the way back from their target, they're sitting there twisting their arrows. They're tightening their field points. Every shot, they loosen up, and they're back there tightening them. These never loosen at all. There's an O-ring in there. I'm sure you guys can see that. I've been shooting these for years. I think 7 years I've been shooting these top hat steel pin field points. They are phenomenal. They're aerodynamic. They're steel. Like I said, they're very durable. And it's $25. It's a great dice game gift if there's multiple archery shooters in your group. You can get them in any weight range. I've got mine in 100s, 175s, 2s, 250s. I love them. They're amazing. So that's number one on the list. That is a probably a God tier idea, just so you know. So that's number one on the list. Number two, we're jumping right along, folks, is this Go Hunt gear bags. Now, you might be thinking, well, man, that's kind of simple. Well, here's what makes it great. You can scale this one. The one I'm showing right now is the extra small. It's $8. It's small, medium, large. I just got the 3-pack for our Colorado mule deer hunt. These things are amazing. I got my kill kit is in one of them. So it's got my neoprene gloves, my knives, a knife sharpener, my tags, some Ziploc baggie full of wet wipes for when the job is done, all in one little bag. I know exactly what I need to grab in my pack. There's a million things you can do with this. I had all my electronics when we were out in Colorado. We were trying to film bucks content. I had my battery chargers, my spare batteries for the GoPro, this phone adapters, you name it, cords. I had all that in one of them. I had all my snacks in one. Actually, to be honest, all my snacks are still in one of these, but I had all my snacks in one of them. I mean, they're so useful and they're so easy to mix match. You get the 3-pack, you get the medium, the small. It's a great gift to throw in. Virtually works with anyone. I mean, you don't even have to hunt or fish and to use these things. So that's a great option. The other thing, this is one of those items where if you use the code DRAWNWEST over at Go Hunt, you're going to save 10%. And that goes for everything on Go Hunt. I'll remind you as we go, but this idea has been on the Christmas list for years, and that's because these bags are phenomenal. I have 4 of them, and I always want more. So that's another great item for you in the category white elephant stocking stuffer, smaller gifts. Another one, if you've got a hunter in your family or on your list that is a big time glasser, spotting scopes, binos out west, even in Minnesota, if he's glassing whitetails from the truck, if he's a goose hunter, waterfall, he's glassing fields, These Bino tripod mounts are a game changer. So for you, if you don't know what this is, you take out your binos. There's usually a little pin. Most binos are adaptable now. You screw out this little thing, you screw this in, and you can mount this to a tripod or a window mount on your truck. And it just keeps you from having to hold your arms up. Now, this sounds really funny, like, oh, you're not tough enough to hold your arms up. If you're spending hours glassing, this gets so old so fast. When you can put those on a tripod, I have this, and I was running our binos on this all Colorado on our mule deer trip. It's phenomenal. $26. It's a great stocking stuffer, white elephant idea. And it's very practical for anyone that owns a set of binos. If someone in your family owns a tripod and a set of binoculars, this will be used. I promise you that. They might not know it yet how much they love this, but they will absolutely love this idea. Next on the list, kind of in the same thought, for those that hunt the West and spend a lot of time glassing, the Go Hunt glassing pad is a phenomenal choice. It's something that your hunter, you'll probably know if your hunter already has one of these because you'll see it. I mean, they take up a little bit of space. I don't personally have this version. I wish I had this version because it packs down way smaller and it's easier to put on your backpack. I have a different version and I wish I had this one, but 20, 25 bucks. It's a very simple gift that screams, I'm thinking about you, right? If you've got someone that hunts the West and they're just sitting on a rock or sitting on the ground, this is a game changer. Keeps your pants dry. It's way more comfortable and it's very intentful. It's very thoughtful. It's very demure, if you will. But great option for someone that's just trying to add a little bit more to someone's gift. This is another one, 10% off if you use the code DrawnWest at Go Hunt. So that's a great option. One that maybe is a little bit basic, but still worth contending is a set of Traverse gloves. So what these gloves are is a very thin pair of gloves. They got the tech fingers. I actually cut the finger and thumb off on my right hand so I can run my phone easier. Super warm, super versatile glove. I wear these bow hunting. I wore them out west mule deer hunting. I love these gloves. Right now they're on sale, by the way. It looks like they're 30% off potentially. Great option. And what I love most about them is they don't take up any weight or space. So it's easy to pack. It's easy to add them in. And if your hands are cold, or most importantly, if maybe your hands don't get that cold, but it is 30 degrees out, everything you touch is cold. Your bow is cold, your tripod is cold, your binos are cold. These are just enough of an insulation layer to separate you from when you're touching cold metal tree stand steps or a cold metal bow to keep your hand warm. So this is a great option. If someone doesn't really have a good pair of gloves, you could put this on your list and you won't be upset at all. I have multiple pairs of these, folks. They're in my truck, they're in my pack, they're in my bags. I got these things stashed everywhere. Another one, great idea for maybe a dice game. Very universally appreciated. An Uncharted Supply Co. first aid kit core. So this is a core first aid kit, perfect to throw in the truck. Perfect if you don't have a first aid kit. This is going to be something that people can find very useful, especially if you need it, folks. If you ever need a first aid kit, you're going to be so thankful somebody brought a first aid kit to the dice game last year. It's simple, 40 bucks. It's a great item to add to the list. I don't have this size, but I have other size first aid kits from Uncharted Supply Co. And it's a great company. Definitely support them. And once again, save 10% when you use the code DrawnWest at Go Hunt. So we've got that one crossed off the list. Here's one coming up that this is a sneaky pick, a very sneaky pick, because this is something that is so affordable yet so practical. People will be diving over your dice game pile to get these gear straps. I have these in orange. These gear straps are insanely tough. I was strapping down antlers. I've strapped down sheds. I've strapped down spotting scopes, tripods. They're $8 for a 2-pack. for the 12-inch. You can get them up to a 28-inch. They're sold out right now for $10. The best little add-on to any kit, system, peg, you name it. These things are amazing. You put these in a white elephant gift or a stocking stuffer for someone, they're going to be used all the time. This is the hunting version of gear ties. If you've got gear ties like on your truck or something, this is basically that, universally used and super affordable, $8 to $10. My gosh, great use there. Sticking with XOP, if you have got a mobile hunter in your family, if someone's run and gun tree stand hunting, obviously you'll know if they're saddle hunting, they'll tell you. You'll know you have a saddle hunter. And if they don't have aiders yet, oh my gosh, you're gonna blow their mind if you give them a set of aiders this Christmas. So what these aiders are, it's a rope ladder that attaches to the bottom of one of their sticks. It's shown here. There's a couple different sizes. You can get a 1-step, a 2-step, or a 3-step. What it does is it extends how much you can get use out of a single stick. So I run these aiders. I have these aiders. I have the 3-step version, and I actually helped demo them in Nebraska with XOP and product test them. But I can use 2 sticks, what we're showing here on the top, and 2 aiders to get 16 feet in a tree. So it saves an immense amount of weight in your run and gun setup. So if you're run and gun hunter and your family's running around with 4 sticks to get as high as they want in a tree, you get them 2 of these and they are going to be able to get that high and save 2 sticks, leave 2 sticks at home. It saves a ton of money too if you're looking to build out a setup, because instead of buying a $100 lightweight stick, you can get one of these 2-step aiders for $18. The 3-step is $20. It's sold out right now. You get 2 of these for $40 and you save hundreds of dollars in steps and pounds, literal pounds in your run and gun setup. So I love them. They pack down super nice. We've done videos. They were in my run and gun. If you watched the run and gun whitetail episode, you saw these. These are part of my run and gun kit. So a great option for anyone that's saddle hunting, run and gun hunting, public land whitetail hunting. Very, very dynamic addition to your system. All right, let's switch gears from whitetail to Western hunting. If you've got a hunter that does a lot of, especially elk hunting, I feel like elk hunting is the one where the weather is always tricky. Here's one for you. So they probably don't have this yet. And if they go on the annual elk hunt, mule deer hunt, moose hunt, maybe even deer camp, you get them one of these. It's small, but it really does. It's another one of those things that says, I've thought about what you do and your passions, and this is a great idea. It's a pack fly. What this pack fly does, it's a waterproof pack fly that you can stretch over your pack, and it keeps your pack dry when the weather turns south. So it weighs literally nothing. Ounces. I don't know if you know if the details are here. 4.8 ounces. It's literally zero weight, but it stretches over your pack and it keeps your pack dry and everything in it. So if you're sitting all day in a tree stand, it starts to rain, you can put this over your pack. It's made by Mystery Ranch. I have 2 of these. Abby has one. I have one for our Metcalfs. I think it would work for basically almost any backpack. Super great option. It's $40. I leave it in my pack. If there's the slightest chance of rain, that is in my pack. You actually tuck it in and roll it in on itself, and it packs down to about this big, about the size of a softball. So it takes up no space. And the bang for the buck here is really high, because if it gets all of your clothes wet, man, you're going to be an unhappy camper. So that's a great idea to add to your list. By the way, if you're listening to this, you can also, if you like these ideas, just send this podcast episode to one of your family members and be like, hey, here's a whole list of ideas for me. Just listen to this podcast. I'd love anything. Figure out what you want. All right. Last on the stocking stuffers, white elephant, smaller ideas. This is one that I just came across today. And folks, I don't have one yet, but you best believe I am going to be getting one this season before ice fishing starts. And here's why. If you're a whitetail hunter and you've got your stand, I'm sure you've got a buddy heater in it. This is a self-powered buddy heater fan. You clip this onto the top of your buddy heater. The heat from the buddy heater There's I forget what the scientific name for, but it's called thermogenic electric power generation. Um, it takes heat from the buddy heater to create an electrical current, and it turns on a fan. So you don't need batteries, you don't need power. You put this on and it's starting to blow that hot air that comes off your buddy and circulate that hot air in your deer stand, in your tent, in your wall tent, in your fish house, you name it. This is going to make your buddy heater heat up a space so much more efficiently. I am so excited for this product. I may even be getting one for someone in my family too. So great option if you are running a buddy heater or someone in your life has a buddy heater, because they're also new. So there's a really good chance they don't have one yet. And that's always the biggest part about Christmas shopping is, what do I get the person that has everything that they don't have yet? It's a very small Venn diagram there. They have the things they want, and the things they don't have don't overlap very much. So with these medium gift ideas, I don't know what everyone's position is. Everyone treats Christmas differently. Some people just do dice game and everyone gets a $10 gift. We have fun and it's it. It's not about the gifts, it's not about the money. I know other people that have literally gotten Garmin live scopes for a couple $1,000s as a Christmas gift. Every family is different, and I understand that, and it's absolutely okay. I want to give options for everyone. So I'm calling this medium gift ideas. $50 to $100 ish. If this is not medium for you and your family, that is so okay. Don't worry about it at all. It can be small, it can be big, it can be XL, it could be way off the charts. That's okay. I had to pick a name for this section. So I went stocking stuffers, medium, large, XL. I'm not trying to throw shame or shade or say what you should be spending. These are just ideas in this range. Hopefully, it helps you filter, skip ahead to this parts that you apply to you. If you're like, hey, I can't, our family spends too much on gifts, but I can't be doing $40 things, then you can skip ahead. If you're like, hey, our range is right here, then you can listen to that section. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to throw shade at all. But here's ideas in that $50 to $100 range. The first one, and this is one, if your family member hunts the West, this is going to be for them. I've seen maybe 5% of people in the West use one of these. When we were in Colorado, we met a very awesome dude from Arizona. And my wife and I both have this, or versions of this. When he saw it, we saw him the next day. He went home and made one out of duct tape because he's like, that is the coolest thing ever. It's a rifle carrier. They've been around for a minute, but they're still not as popular as you would think. So this is the Go Hunt one. This is the one Abby uses. I use the Kifaru gun bearer. It's the same concept, but what this does, it allows you to attach your rifle to your pack so you can carry your rifle hands free. Now, if you're not a Western hunter, you might be thinking, well, why don't you just use a sling? I use a sling when I walk out to my deer stand. When you're hiking up mountains, you're hiking all day long, slings are awful. We did a video of it, and you're carrying your rifle wrong. But when you got that sling, especially when you wear a backpack, this sling continually falls down. So you're always walking with your hand on your sling. Now you're down a hand. You lose your footing, you trip, you stumble, a rock slides a little bit. Now you only got one hand to catch yourself. If you've got a huge load, like you're packing out a half a mule deer and you want both hands on trekking poles, you're kind of screwed. This allows you to buckle it to your pack and your hands free carrying your rifle. It's so much better, promise you folks. And then you're like, okay, well, that's great, but what happens if I got to shoot quick? There's one pole rope. It's called Go Time on the Go Hunt one. It says Go Time. It's really cool. You pull that, it comes free. You pull your gun out, and you're ready to go. So what I like about the Go Hunt version is it also acts as a barrel protector and a scope protector. All three in one. It's the same. It's actually cheaper than the Kifaru version. So I wish I had this. This is why I bought this one for Abby. It's currently on sale, $52.50. It's normally $75. I think if the sale ends, you can still get 10% off with the code Drawn West. I don't think you can stack them, unfortunately, but this is a great option for someone that hunts the West. They probably don't have one yet. All right. Next idea. Kind of also, I mean, this is drawn west, so don't be surprised when a lot of these are Western hunting ideas. This one's the Muley Maniacs rifle saddle. So you might be thinking, what's a rifle saddle? It's a clamp, folks. It's a rifle clamp. It's to shoot your rifle off a tripod and clamp it down. So your rifle goes in this right here. You can clamp it down. You adjust your tripod so you get the perfect rest every single time. It's the steadiest way to shoot off a tripod. Abby shot her mule deer off a tripod just last week, 325 yards, her longest shot to date, drilled him in the heart. I shot mine off a bipod. You'll hear the story in the podcast, but a saddle, a rifle saddle or a rifle clamp is phenomenal, folks. So I don't know if Stieg has a picture of it in use, but it is made to accommodate all kinds of rifles. $100. This one, if you use the code Drawn West, you will save 15%. So $15 off if you use the code Drawn West over at Muley Maniacs for the rifle saddle. It's made to go with any Arca plate. So pretty much any tripod adapter, it'll work. So if you have someone in your family that hunts the West, has a tripod, or even honestly, I'm going to start using this muzzleloader season in Minnesota for deer. I'm going to shoot them off a tripod with my muzzleloader. It's going to be phenomenal. So that's one idea. Another one. This one is for our whitetail friends. If you've got someone that loves to run and gun whitetail hunt, the XOP Gamma whitetail carrier is amazing. I have this. Abby has this. We love them. What it is it's a backpack molly-webbed plate to add to your tree stand. So if you're running, gunning, and you're just using the straps that your tree stand comes with, this is a game changer. It ties to the bottom of your stand and it stays there, and it gives you super comfortable padding on your shoulders. It also has a hip belt if you start packing out weight. We used this in Nebraska, the Test the West hunt that XOP did, and Brock actually packed out half a deer using this Gamma and his tree stand with shelf lock. So it's an awesome addition to anyone that hunts whitetails. Maybe you got to hike. Maybe you don't run and gun hunt, but you have to hike in a ways to set your tree stand. Could be used there. But really for the people that are running and gunning, hunting on public land, always constantly setting up tree stands and taking them down, this is a great option for you and for that person. So if that's you, put it on your list. If that's someone on your list, feel free to check it out. The last one, this was on the list last year. It's probably going to be on the list next year because it's such a great item. But the Gerber Randy Newberg EBS knife. I don't know how many people have tagged more animals or have helped pack more animals off a mountain than Randy Newberg. And it certainly shows because he designed, in my opinion, hands down, the world's best backpack Western hunting knife. It is, I have been using it for years. I gave my brother one. He just used it this last weekend in Minnesota on a whitetail. That's how good this knife is. It's affordable. And here's the best part. It comes with 3 blades. And these aren't replaceable blades, folks. These are permanent blades. But instead of being tied to one, you swap them out. That's what EBS stands for, Exchange Blade System. There's a long, smooth blade, a short, smooth blade, and a short, serrated blade. And so now you have 3 different blades to do 3 different things. So when I get to my deer, I always start with the serrated blade. That serrated blade is meant to cut hide and tendon and all the things that dull your knife. So you put that one on, you take your hide cuts to do gutless method, you take your joints off with that. I cut right through a leg joint with this. You just pop those, that serrated blade pops tendons like you wouldn't believe and stays sharp. So I pop all the tendons, I snap the leg off. That way I don't have any sharp cut bone. Then I switch to the short, smooth blade, and that's what I do my quartering with. That's what I'm cutting the stakes out, the back straps out. I'm taking the hide back with that short one. Then if we get back to camp and if we have to do any deboning, I save my longest blade. That's always the sharpest. That's for just meat butchering. I almost use it as a butcher knife or a deboning knife. It all comes in this sweet little carry case that it's like ounces. Again, I see what it weighs. Total weight, 4.2 ounces. It's the lightest, best hunting knife on the market. I promise you, if your hunter is backpacking around a big buck blade still or a big, big knife, they will love this. It's currently on sale too, 25% off. If the sale ends by the time you see this, you can use code DrawnWest, save 10% on this knife. It's normally $73. I think it's a steal for $73. And you can get, eventually if you lose blades or if blades break, they're super thick. But if you use it as a hammer, you could damage them. You can just get a replacement blade set. I think they're like $20. I bought one once because I wanted just more sets of blades. So yeah, it's a great, great option for anyone, whether you hunt the West, the East, whitetails, waterfall, you name it. It's a great option. All right, moving along. This one's probably more on the basic side, I will be honest, but a quality headlamp is something to brag about. And Abby got this one last year, the Black Diamond 700. And this was a battery pack in the back, headlamp in the front. It is ultra bright. Comes with a bunch of different colors. I think you can get red, green, blue, and then like 3 white light settings. I loved hers so much, I went and bought one myself this year for our Colorado hunt. So right now, it's normally 109. Right now, it's 25% off. So it makes the cut for this section. But this is an epic level backpack or any type of headlamp. If you are someone that likes more light, this is the headlamp that you want. It runs off 4 AA batteries, so you don't have to worry about charging it. I know everyone's kind of on their own page. Do you go AA's or do you go rechargeable? For a headlamp, honestly, I kind of like replacement batteries because that way when they do go down, I can just swap them really fast and get back to what I was doing. But that's just me. That's a great option for whitetail hunters as well, folks. I got my dad one of these actually because he wanted a really bright headlamp. All right, last on our list, this is for the whitetail hunters. If you have a whitetail hunter on your list that's got the Reveal Ultras or Reveal any type of Tacticam cell camera, and they're still running batteries, get them one of these solar panels. All of our family's trail cameras, except our new Ultras, so we've probably got 10 solar panels in our family. My brother's got a camera that's been out for almost 4 years, I believe, constant with a solar panel. I think he's probably net positive on his solar panel, especially if you account for his time, because he doesn't have to run to the farm and change batteries. He doesn't have to worry if it died. It works in the woods. It works in fields. I've got them in the swamp, woods, my backyard. I got them everywhere. These jokers are awesome. And there's a really good chance if you've got a whitetail hunter on your list, they already have a Reveal camera. So if they don't have the solar panels yet, that's a great addition that says, hey, I thought about this. I know you could use this. So those are some ideas in our $50 to $100 bucket. Now, we're going to move to the 100 to 250-ish. So these, if it was up to me, these are probably things, maybe you partner. Maybe you like, hey, me and my brother are going to go in on this for you. Or, hey, maybe this is for both sets of parents, or I don't know. But maybe these are partner ideas. Maybe these are things you're going to spend a bonus check on yourself on. Just different ideas that can really help. I don't know what everyone's position is, like I said before. So these are just ideas. If you don't like them, you don't have to buy them. That's okay. But number one on the list, this one's been one I've been using the first gen model of this for 5-6 years. I actually got this as a Christmas present once. It goes with me on every hunt. This is one of those items that you probably haven't thought of, or the person on your list might not think about. The Sitka Drifter Series duffel bags. So I have the original model. These are better. I would definitely recommend these. They're also 25% off right now. All 50, 75, and 110 liter sizes are, so they all fit right now in this current, 1 to 2-ish. But what it is it's a highly water resistant, not quite waterproof, but highly water resistant duffel bag for hunting. I have used mine in rain and snow and sleet. It stays dry. The bottom is waterproof. It's got like a bathtub style liner, so it comes up the sides and it's waterproof. And then what they changed about this to make it even better is they made a wider opening on top so you can actually see everything. Mine just has one zipper down the middle, and you kind of got to dig in and around. Abby actually put this on her Christmas list. So this is an awesome idea. If you've got anyone on your list that travels a lot for hunting, whether it's deer camp, out west, I actually brought this ice fishing. It's a great all season heavy duty duffel bag that's going to keep your gear dry and protected. So that's a great option. All right, next up, we're staying with Sitka for a minute, and don't crucify me. I do love Sitka gear. And one of my favorite pieces is the heavyweight hoodie. I think the Fanatic hoodie is very similar. So you could do that one as well. Either one would be great. The heavyweights on sale currently. I would say this is a steal at this for how great this piece is. I think that's almost a steal. But the heavyweight hoodie is the perfect layer for so many things. Early season whitetails, a base layer for late season, your main layer out west. I wore one of these every single day on our Colorado hunt. I have two of them. I put another one on my list. I wear it ice fishing underneath my jacket. It is so comfortable, folks. It is amazing. If you have been on the fence about Sitka and you're just not sure what to start with to see if you like it, this is one option where I promise you will like it. Great option. Comes in a bunch of size. They switched the heavyweight to solids only now. I will show you what the Fanatic looks like. That's the one that will come in camos. The Fanatic hoodie. It's a little bit more expensive, but you can get that in the Optifade or Optifade cover, and then black and lichen. So very similar pieces. Both of them. Either one would work great. That's my favorite. One of my favorite pieces. I've got a couple favorites. I don't think it's my overall, but it is on a short list. It's on my top 5 list for sure. Another one from Sitka that is I would say a little bit less basic is the Dakota pant. So this is a waterfall pant and it comes up in the waterfall covers. But if you get this in their dirt, I have a pair of these. If I wasn't as chubby as I am and these still fit well, this would be my favorite whitetail pant. It would be my favorite, probably my overall favorite Sitka pant. It doesn't have knee pads, and that's one thing out west where you really love a pair of knee pads because you're always crawling, spotting, and stalking. But for everything else, they're more insulated than any of the whitetail or the western pants. The Dakotas come with a lot more insulation than the Timberlines, the Mountains, the Traverse, the Final Approach. They're very warm, perfect for whitetail hunting. You get a lot out of this pant. This is a sleeper pick for sure. And then you can use it waterfall hunting. You can use it ice fishing, summer fishing around. It can be your work pant on the farm. I mean, this is such a versatile pant that this is also on my. It would be higher on my list if, like I said, if I wasn't as chubby as I am and mine still fit me well. I'm just getting back into those. Give me another month and I'll be rocking those more often. So I think that's it for the Sitkas. Everyone can applaud now. We're moving past Sitka. Here's one. If you're shopping for a whitetail hunter and you are just absolutely stumped and you're just like, I just want to make sure I get them something that they're going to use, get them a trail camera. It's that simple. If you have a whitetail hunter on your list, they will never be upset getting a trail camera. We said it last year. We'll say it this year. We'll probably say it next year. You can always get a whitetail hunter a trail camera and they will never be mad. They already have a tree they wish they had a trail camera on. They already have a food plot they wish they had a trail camera on. Here is the Tacticam Reveal Ultras. They're on sale. We just gave 2 of these away. We just picked the winner. Here they're on sale right now at Shields. 25% off. That's a steal. The Ultra is amazing, but they have a full line of cameras. You can pick any one of them that you like. You could get someone a really awesome gift, bundle a reveal and a solar panel. Awesome. They got 2 packs of 3.0s on sale. You can get the 3.0. You name it. They got a lot of accessories too. Don't worry about which one. Any of them are appreciated. You can't go wrong with a Tacticam reveal. And if you're at that point where you're absolutely stumped, what should I get them? get him a trail camera. I promise you, your whitetail hunter will not be mad at all. So we got that. Next up on the list. Oh, good one here. This is for Western hunters, but it's a sneaky pick for whitetail hunters and ice fishermen because both of those also happen in the cold. If you get them, oh, speaking of reveals, I just got a reveal picture on my phone. So, a jet boil mini mo. This is absolutely perfect if you have someone that does all of these. They whitetail hunt, they Western hunt, they ice fish. I think that would probably cover it. But these jet boil stoves are awesome. You can make peak meals. I've made mac and cheese in them. I've made eggs in the morning. You can pretty much make anything with them. We made tacos in the ice house. Anytime you're doing something that's cold, great way to make a warm lunch. Super packable. Any of the jet boils are awesome. My favorite is the Minimo. That's what we used on our last trip. We used it a lot. It's a great pick if someone doesn't have a backpacking stove yet. Super versatile. Like I said, almost any cold weather activity, you can get them one of these. And they're so universally usable. You can make easy mac, normal mac and cheese. We've made spaghetti in them, warmed up tacos, you name it. So many things you can do with it. If you're struggling to get someone something, this is a great idea because especially if they don't Western hunt. If they Western hunt, they might already have a backpacking stove, but if they don't, put this in the deer stand and you bring a bag of peak chicken Alfredo for lunch. Oh my gosh. You go to ice fishing. We did this last year. My father-in-law and my brother-in-law loved it. Made mac and cheese. Yeah, it's a great option. It's a great option if you are someone that has cold weather hobbies to get a warm lunch anywhere you go. Super easy and a great setup. All right, here's another one. If you've got someone on your list that has been wanting to get into run and gun whitetail hunting, think about an invader mutant setup from XOP. You can get a couple different sizes. I think this is just listed as a medium. I think I actually got the XL. But what it is the saddle, the ropes, and the platform. So you got a run and gun setup. You probably already have sticks if you're a whitetail hunter, or you can get them some sticks too. But get them one of these. If they've been talking about wanting to get into more, like, I wish I could hunt more public land or run a gun or, just be more mobile. Great idea. Great idea. If this is in the budget and that's someone that you're shopping for, they will love this. They will absolutely love this. I have two of these invaders. Me and Abby both rock this mutant saddle. We love it. It's a great pick. It's a great way to, like, I don't know, man. I feel like if you, especially a spouse, like if you've heard your spouse talk about wanting to get more into like run and gun mobile whitetail hunting and you got them this, oh my gosh, they are going to do cartwheels at the fact that you thought about them that deeply. You don't have to tell them you got the idea from John West. Just get them it and say, "Hey, I thought of this for you. I think you'd really like it." They're going to love you. They already do, but they're going to love the gift. Maybe they already do saddle hunt. That could be it. So the next idea on the list is just the climbing sticks. These X2s, these are what we use. They do have a Hydra now, or Hydro. It's a little bit lighter version of these, but honestly, if you're gonna get them a 3-pack with some aiders, you can get like 25 feet up with 3 of these sticks for $150 plus 3 aiders for $60, $210. They're getting higher up in a tree than you want your loved one anyway. But this would be another great way. If they're already doing that and they're lugging around a big 3-step stick or a lot of weight, you could get them one of these or get them a 4-pack and go with them. Set up your own tree. But yeah, great idea. That's something my brother would probably do. Buy a 4-pack and then give me 2 of them for my Christmas present. He did that once. He once got me for Christmas a bow fishing trip for 2, and he said he was the other person already. So it's like, was this a gift for you or a gift for me? It was an awesome time. We shot a ton of fish, but that was something he did. Yeah. So, I mean, both great ideas. Oh, sorry. I'm not sharing. Sorry, folks. It's only been 4 years since COVID, but this is what I'm talking about. The X2, this is what I use. This is the stick I use. You can get the 3-pack or the 4-pack. It's going to go 150 to 200. Honestly, you don't need 4 if you're going to rock those 8ers. 3 is plenty. Or you get 4, now you have 2 sets, one for you, one for your spouse. Great idea. All right, moving right along. One more thing on our list. If you do a lot of camping and you're cold at night, we didn't put this on the list last year. We probably should have, because my wife actually had this on her literal Christmas list and she got it, and she loved it in Colorado. The Browning McKinley 0-degree sleeping bag. I will go out on a limb and say this is the best sleeping bag on the market for this price range for base camp camping. You will not find a better sleeping bag than this. This bag is amazing. I've been using one for 7 years, 8 years. Abby just got hers. She loved it. Last year, an antelope camp, it was warmer. Well, we didn't have a heater, so I guess it was colder at night. She had a different bag. She was wearing double sweatshirts, double sweatpants, and like 3 blankets to stay warm. This year, she used the Browning McKinley. Perfect. It's also super fluffy and padded, so you almost like don't even need an air pad when you use this sleeping bag. I mean, I said it already, but for the price, you can't find a better base camp sleeping bag than this. This isn't the bag you would use if you're going to go backpacking and you're going to be setting up a different camp every night. It's just too big. But if you're going to set up like a wall tent, I use this in Canada fishing at our fish camp. I use this. Oh golly, we used it in the camper. I used it in Nebraska. If it's too hot, just unzip it and use it as a comforter. If it's cold, you zip it all the way up. If it's super cold, you can put a blanket over it. I've used this bag down to 13 below 2 different times, stayed plenty warm. Especially you get that hood up and you kind of like roll over so the hood's on top of you. It's an amazing sleeping bag. So if you've got someone that likes to camp and they're always complaining about the cold, this would be a great option for them. They're going to love this. All right. Last on the list, here is an option that I think is if your person doesn't have one of these yet, you're going to win. You're going to win Christmas if you get them one of these. It looks simple. Just give me a minute to explain. The all-in snapshot spotter system is amazing. So what this is, if your person has anything related to digiscoping, like filming animals, if you've got deer through like the clip of a spotting scope or a bino, there's a good chance they have a phone scope. Phone scopes suck, and your person knows this, because what a phone scope does is you have to put it in a case and then you have to put it on your spotter. And when you go to put it on your spotter, you always bump your spotter, and now you can't find the thing back. This is different. This piece that we're showing you stays on your spotting scope, and there's another piece that stays on your phone. I'll pull that up right now. The snap case. The snap case is like 30 to 45 bucks. The spotter piece, that's with all the magnets, is 100 to 135. So it's together. You need both, and it is a little bit more expensive. It's a lot more expensive than the phone scope, but it's so much better because now what you do is you get dialed into your thing, and then you just go and your phone magnets to it. It's amazing. I've been using one of these for 4 years. I've had the owner of this company on our old podcast. He's an amazing person. And that's exactly what happened. He had a once in a lifetime sheep tag. He could not get good footage of the sheep because every time he tried to film, he'd bump, like the spotter would move. And it's just super frustrating. He said, there has to be a better way. And he came up with this, and it's amazing. Everyone that's ever had one loves it. No one's ever regretted it. And if your person doesn't have a way to like digiscope, then they're going to love it. No matter if they duck hunt, they whitetail hunt, they western hunt. I've filmed all kinds of stuff. I've filmed goose feeds with mine. I've filmed whitetails from the stand with mine. I've filmed kill shots with mine. I've filmed mule deer, elk, you name it. I film them with this. I leave it on my spotter. I have 2 of them, actually. I have 2 spotters. I have 1 on each of my spotters just because they have different eyepiece sizes, and I just want to be able to film on both spotters. So it's amazing. I hands down would definitely recommend this if they don't have anything to digiscope with yet. It's a phenomenal gift. It really is. And if they're on sale right now, but if they leave and they don't go on sale, or if the sale's over by the time you see this, the code Drawn West, you'll save 10% on this and anything else at the Go Hunt Gear Shop. You might be thinking like, oh, that's great, 10% off on a Digiscope adapter, you'll save $10. You can save $10 on a Zeiss 4000 or 10% on a Zeiss $4,000 scope too, if that's what you're looking for. Save you $400. That code will work for almost anything at the Go Hunt Gear Shop. All right. Now, that was the last thing in our large gift ideas. I do have a couple of items in what I called an XL gift ideas. These are they're all over $250. They probably more so things like, every year I get a bonus about this time of year, and I save most of it, but sometimes I like to treat myself to something I've been really wanting, something that's too big to maybe ask for a Christmas present from family members. Maybe your family members, this is normal. I don't know. Maybe this is something that you and your wife each get you, or you and your husband each get something bigger for each other. Just like, hey, I know you've been wanting this, I've been wanting that. Anyway, here's a couple of options. I have every one of these, and they're on the list because I love them that much. And so, don't fire me as your favorite podcast host if this is not a reasonable Christmas gift for you and your family. That's okay. I don't get people in my family gifts like this either. These are things I would buy myself. I would maybe sell things around the house and, maybe buy one thing a year, if that. So they are more expensive, but these are tried and true amazing items. So number one, I can't have a favorites list without the Jetstream, the Sitka Jetstream jacket. This is hands down the best jacket ever made for Western hunting. I wear this whitetail hunting. I wear this shed hunting. I wear this Western hunting. I would wear this ice fishing if I didn't love it so much and I didn't worry about it smelling like fish. I've worn it summer fishing. It is the best jacket, hands down, ever made for Western hunting for sure. And it's so universally usable. It's windproof. It's got the perfect amount of insulation. I wear this down to 30, 25, 20 degrees, maybe even. Out west, I'll wear it down to 0 if I'm moving and grooving. You don't get cold. Whitetail hunting, I'll wear it down to 30 degrees with the right layer underneath. And we just talked all about layers, so you probably already know about that. But $375 full price. Right now it's on sale. I think that's 30% off, $281. It's a steal. At $280, if you get this for someone, they will never stop wearing it outside of the house. Abby got one. She loved wearing mine so much that she got one for herself. It's amazing. It really is. And I feel like, for any of you wondering, is it really worth it? Just listen to that testimony again. My wife, who will not spend any money on herself, on me, on anything. She makes a very good amount of money. She's a very successful career. Bought one for herself because she liked mine so much. We already had one, and she's like, oh, we need two. That's how good this jacket is. So I don't need to evangelize the jacket anymore. You either believe me or you won't, but the Sitka Jetstream is I would have to say it's my number one all-time favorite piece of hunting clothing or gear that I own. I definitely use it more than everything else. I will not go outside without that hunting when it's 60 degrees or colder. So that's one. Maybe they already have a Sitka Jetstream. Maybe you're looking for something else. The next thing on the list is probably either 2 or 3 for me on favorites, but the Sitka Timberline pants, these, in my opinion, are the best pants ever made for Western hunting. It's the perfect amount of material to stay warm. They're rock solid durable. I've had a pair for 8 years. They have the reinforced knees and knee pads for spot and stock when you're crawling through rocks, cactus, sneaking up on an antelope, sneaking in on an elk. You can layer these and stay warm well into the freezing temperatures. Saddle hunting, game changer, right? Because you want to kneel into your tree. Those knee pads are awesome for saddle hunting, and you can get them in a everything I do is open country, but you can get them in like a solid lichen. And so right now they're on sale, $225. Seems expensive for a pair of pants, but when you think of the fact that you're going to wear these or your person's going to wear these for 5 to 10 years, um, they really aren't that expensive for how much use you're going to get out of them. So just one and two right off the bat, you can't beat either of those pieces for what they do and the price they are. I mean, it's expensive, but so is everything at that level when you're buying top of the line, performance designed clothing for Western hunting. They're all expensive, folks. Kuiu, First Light, you name it, they're expensive. All right. Another one. I would call it game changer. When I got this for myself, it was a game changer. The Mystery Ranch Metcalf pack. It's a game changer. It's expensive. Any phenomenal Western pack is going to be this same price. So you're either in the market for a pack like this or you're not. And if you are, you can't beat the Mystery Ranch Metcalf, the 75 specifically. This is the perfect day pack because it'll pack all the way down to virtually nothing. I think it weighs 4.5 pounds empty. But you can do a 2-3 day backpacking trip. It's got an integrated load shelf. Abby and I just packed out 2 deer with this. Abby, my wife, has this as well. This is another thing when you're looking for a testimony. She liked mine so much, she bought one for herself. Again, does not spend money. It took her years and years and years to be able to, or to even be willing to spend this much on herself. She bought one because she loved mine so much. And I had another pack. I had an Eberly stock Team Elk, which is a great pack. And she used that last year antelope hunting. And she's like, no, if we're doing mule deer and we're going to be packing up bigger animals and going farther in, I'm going to have a Metcalf. That's how good this is. So if you're looking for something to spoil yourself with, I do use it whitetail hunting, especially for box blinds. I've used it tree stand hunting before too. What I'll actually do is pop the lid off. This lid comes off, and sometimes that's just my whitetail like tree stand. Like I just need a couple snacks, maybe a water bottle. I'll just use this lid as a backpack. But it's a great option. And you can save 10% on this as well with the code Drawn West. So that's going to save you $60, 50, $60. That's starting to be significant savings there. So that's a good one. That is a great one. Next up on the list, the Arctic Cooler is, I would say, another game changer. This Arctic 72 quart on wheels. If you go camping, summer barbecues, trips, this cooler is amazing. It's on wheels. The handle is like rock solid, heavy duty handle that so I have this exact same cooler. My parents actually asked for the smaller version of this last year for Christmas. This is a phenomenal cooler. What I love most about it is, honestly, besides the wheels are great, is that cargo net in the lid. So you put all your condiments, canned koozies, ketchup, you put all that cheese, anything you don't want to be at the bottom that you have to dig through all that ice for, you just put it in that cargo net on the top, and it's super easy to find your stuff. You also can put in some dividers. As you can see there, there's some slots for dividers if you want ice in the middle and drinks on the left and meat on the right. Super sweet. This is a great one. It's also on sale right now. It looks like 10% off at Arctic. Great for summer camping. Great for Western hunts for a food cooler. This is our go-to food cooler. It's a great option. And then we also have, if you've already got like a really decent food cooler, but you're looking for maybe something else to kind of to treat yourself with, the Arctic 145 is the most cost-effective way to get an elk in a cooler. You're going to have to debone an elk to fit it in here, but we've put 2 or 3 deer at one time. We put 2 antelope in there at one time. This is our go-to meat cooler. When we go out on West on trips, we just leave this in the back of the truck. We put a couple bags of ice in it all week long. So it's chilled, ready to go when we get an animal. And we just put that animal right in that cooler. And it is amazing for getting your meat home and keeping your meat cool. It's an investment. It's a lifetime investment for sure. But it takes a lot of cooler space to get an elk home. If you do bone in elk, you're probably going to need closer to 2 of these. If you debone your elk, you will be able to get most elk into one of these coolers, especially if you can cool it off at night before you put it in with ice so you don't need as much ice. It'll work, but a big cooler like this is a have to have if you're a Western hunter. So you're going to get trip after trip after trip out of it. Plus, if you do other stuff, if you host summer grad parties, if summer family reunions, you flip this thing open, it's going to be one heck of a beverage cooler for a whole week, 4th of July week, you name it. It's a great option. So just one more thought I put out there because in investment style pieces of gear for sure. I mean, we're talking about bigger things, lifelong purchases. And that's one for sure that qualifies. Another one, this is one that I just got. The Muley Maniacs Kennedy Pro Backpack tripod. This is a carbon fiber tripod, and I would say this tripod's a game changer. So here's why. It's lighter than any other tripod in its class. It's taller than any other tripod in its class, and it's super easy to use. So with this tripod, I don't have it. We use this on our mule deer hunt. I can glass. I'm 6'2". I can glass standing straight up. I have never had a tripod as light as this that I can glass standing straight up. It extends both the leg, all the legs extend 3 times. There's 2 extensions on the middle part. I can glass with binos standing straight up, and it is so comfortable and easy to use. It's $400. It's a lot, but if you use the code DrawnWest here, you're going to save 15% on this, which is, if my math is right, $60. So, honestly, any carbon fiber high-end tripods in the same price category. I really love this one. I've met the owner before. He's an amazing person. And this one doesn't have the handle, which I like for 2 reasons. It took a little bit of getting used to, but that handle actually takes up a lot of space when you pack it because it sticks out to the side. And what I could do with this is just set that dial to the perfect amount of resistance where I could move the tripod and it would stay put when I let go. So I really like that. I used it. It's super lightweight. It's lighter than my Vortex ones by far. It's a great option. So we used it all week. I love this tripod. It's now my favorite tripod. And if you're looking for something to just, upgrade, it's a good option. Could be a good upgrade for you. All right. Last on the list, let's bring it back to whitetails. The XOP Fly. The reason why this is on the list is because I love this. I got a chance to test this out in Nebraska last year before it was live. And this tree stand is sweet. It's really light. I believe Brock said it's the lightest tree stand on the market for this category in its weight class or in its size class. It's still got a 16 by 26 inch platform. It's a full size platform. Everything is extruded and milled aluminum. So it's super lightweight. It has a brand new mounting system, the X4 or the XR4 cleat. So you use a like one of their new ropes. It's super easy to use. Super lightweight. If you're a run and gun whitetail hunter and you're just looking to upgrade your system, it's got shelf lock. It's super comfortable. I hunted all week in Nebraska out of one of these. I loved it. It's the same as the roam. So you could really go either way. You could go fly or you could go roam. You'll save a little bit of money with the roam, but you'll have a little bit more weight, but the platform is the same. The roam just has a cast upright and a tubed extruded tube aluminum seat, but it's only 2 pounds heavier and about $150 cheaper. So it just depends on what you're looking for, but either option would be great upgrades. We've been hunting out of the roam this year. Last year we hunted out of the fly. They're both awesome tree stands. So if you're looking to upgrade your run and gun whitetail setup, would be hard to beat either the roam, the fly, or the superfly, which is a smaller version of the fly. So yeah, that is our list, folks. Those are my Christmas ideas for you for this year. Let me know what you think in the comments. We ran through the whole list from $8 stocking stuffers all the way up to things to splurge on yourself for this holiday season. And we want to get this out obviously for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, because like I said, even as we're going through, a lot of these ideas are on sale and I want you to save money. Never spend full price, right? Never spend full price or never pay full price. And there's a lot of ways we can get you to save some money. So there you have it. Those are the first annual Drawn West hunting Christmas list ideas. Next up, And later this week, we're going to drop the Drawn West fishing Christmas list ideas. So stick it with it. If you've got some ice fishermen in your family, you're going to love our fishing Christmas list. There you have it, folks. Thank you for listening. And until next time, stay drawn.